This is the Southern Cross Challenge. We are at match point of the finals. We're at game 4. We have deth actually one game up at the moment, 2-1. If he takes this, he will win the tournament. But this is Xel'Naga Caverns. We have dtay spawning in the bottom left as the purple Protoss player, and in the top right we have deth as the red Terran. Deth, if he wins this, he's got this game, but dtay picks his map. Obviously, the loser does get the pick, so slight advantage to him. He has lost the last 2 games in a row, so not looking good psychologically. He only took the first game out, so he's on 2 losses. He desperately needs this to stay in the tournament and win the $50. This tournament is $50. This is a best of 5. And this is game 4. As we see the usual supply depot come down here from deth. He loves doing this. If you haven't seen the other games, 2 supply depots here and a bunker can go behind there and basically wall off early on against early gateway pressure. Very, very smart thing to do. As we see an early scout from this probe, obviously not much else going on from the Protoss player until really the scouts are dealt with. You're just going to see a gateway, you're going to see a gas, you're going to see a cybernetics core, and then they're going to have to kill each other's scouts off before they really go their tech. Otherwise, you give your opponent a general idea of exactly what you're doing, and you'll basically get killed, because he's just going to counter what you do. Like, if you go for a quick tech, he'll push early. If you go for a macro game, he'll just build more bases, because he knows what you're doing. You're not doing it. Barracks going up, gas going up as well. Last game, deth actually went for a bio push. He got ghosts, he got marauders, he got marines, he got medivacs, and he went in and he won. He got very, very good EMPs off from the ghosts onto the High Templars. High Templars in the first push completely nullified before they could even storm. In the second push, they could get like 1 or 2 storms off, but at that point he had such a huge advantage as far as units go, they just completely rolled over his opponent. Deth actually was at a disadvantage as far as money went, so if he didn't win then, I dare say in the longer game, dtay would have had a good window where his third base would be producing a lot more money, be able to get a lot more units out very quickly, and he could have done a counter push, but he fell way behind after like some pretty foul pushes. Cybernetics core going down here. Once that's done, this SUV will leave, and we probably, I'm going to say it, robotics facility should go down. It's such a strong building to get against Terran. If you're not getting it, you're really asking to get bio pushed early on. Marauders obviously do very, very well with stalkers and sentries, and slowing zealots down so marines can do the damage as well. Marines doing a lot of damage, but marauders strong against stalkers, obviously being armored. This zealot here is going to chase it out now. One thing we have seen dtay do quite a bit of is fast expanding. He loves getting his second base up quickly, which is good. It prepares him for the macro game. And we do see 2 more gateways going down. Is he going to go 4 gate, or is he just going to go for robotics facility? We see, yep, this is 4 gate, so fairly all in, dare I say. I mean, he could stop production and get the expansion up, but he's not getting the expansion early. He's looking to push his opponent now and hopefully punish him in his eyes for going for a macro game. Looking up at this base here, we see a second barracks coming out here. The problem with this, we do see Gust of Shells also almost done. The problem with Terran is until you get stim packs out, 4 gate does really, really well unless you can force him to fight in proper spots. Force fields split your army apart quite well. You need stim to really deal the damage. So hey, the wait and see if he can get stim out quite quick to deal with it. He also needs a lot of units to deal with it, obviously 4 gate doing a lot. He also needs to deny the scout. You cannot let your opponent see that you're doing 4 gate, because they can just go ultimate turtle, build a couple of bunkers and hold off against it and then counter. But we do see deth coming in here. Is he going to see the 4 gate? He needs to stop his opponent from seeing this. In fact, he's seen 3. He's seen all 4 gates now, so he knows his opponent's doing 4 gate. He was actually prepared to send out these probes here. He's worried about this push here. But deth realizing, in fact, he needs to get a sentry out to deal with that. Never mind, sentries are better for dealing with that because you can just shield off. 4 gate is going up now. We need a proxy pylon going down. It's going to go down here. These units here could catch on the way back, but probably not. This is going to be in a good spot. So this pylon here will be used to push this, basically carry this entire push now. You'll probably send this probe forward and get the pylon to keep bouncing forward, get it closer and closer to the action. Here it goes now, doing it right here. So this is where all these units are going to come from, and we're going to see a very strong push, and obviously scouting it out deth, just putting 2 bunkers up, just not taking any risks. In fact, I wouldn't mind him putting a 3rd up, because you can sell it later. Why not? Could do a nice fake now. dtay, if he sees his bunkers, he could just completely contain his opponent. Obviously bunkers can't move, so if you see outside your ramp and then expand, you're golden. But deth scouts it, gets a 3rd barracks up, is going for the factory. I dare say that's purely to go for medivacs later on. But I mean, we're starting to see a big push come on here. No sentries though. something to keep in mind. Without sentries, you can't stop your opponent from repairing the bunkers. He has seen all these bunkers. There's a lot of units here, and as you can see, SCV's coming down here just to repair. You need force fields to deny the repair. Repaired bunkers, just even if you kill them, you lost so many units doing it. Yeah, looking like he's just going to contain his opponent, just like I said. Expand now, use that macro advantage. In fact, almost just don't use one gate, get your robotics up, perfect. Getting his robotics facility up, just sort of fake 4-gate pressure, which is awesome because it forces your opponent to build units and not expand, because if they expand, in their eyes, they get smashed because your army is huge. 4-gate produces a lot of units. In fact, you might even want to build a pylon on top of here to slow down the expand even more. He hasn't even started a command center yet, and we see Tech Lab going on this Starfort. This will be cloaked Banshees once again. dtay obviously knows he's going to potentially do this, but it's so strong. But he has got the robotics facility building. He can get an observer out to detect it. He's getting Twilight Council as well, and the expansion will go up. He's also getting a sentry. Awesome. About time he got a sentry. Been playing this game so far without one. We'll have to wait and see. Cloak starting obviously on this, but I dare say this observer should get out faster, provided he starts building one. Should be any second now. He needs 100 gas first, so he should get an observer quite quickly. It should be in time. This factory is floating out. He knows he's not doing anything, but he's not expanding yet. Quite strange. In fact, he's moving a lot of SCVs out here. He's going to try and pick up this factory. That's actually quite big because it means he'll have to build that back if he wants a second starport later in the game. So, but potentially it could run off the edge and just stay out of range. Banshee coming out now, looking to counter down the side. We will keep an eye on that just to make sure we don't miss the sweet, sweet damage it will do. There are 2 Stalkers here defending. Are there any in the main? Nothing, but he can warp in. Soon he can warp in. As far as tech goes, yep, Observer coming out now. What time is Cloak? Cloak is almost done. One mistake that could happen right now is this Banshee could get to his opponent's base as Cloak finishes and the Observer heads to his opponent's base. That would be disastrous. In fact, if it does that, it would be so cut because this Observer is going to be on the other side of the map. This Cloaked Banshee is going to come in and kill so many probes and potentially even get ahead despite being a base down. Second Observer needs to be chrono boosted out. It is not being chrono boosted out, and here comes this. He has got stealth, so this is going to do sick damage now. He is killing basically everything at this expansion. This Stalker's going to pop up. He's just either going to kill it or cloak. Taking a bit of damage. He doesn't need to cloak. Oh, there he is right now. So he has cloaked. He's realised Cloak Banshees are on the field now, so he needs to keep Observer in his base. He's building this one. It has just come out now, so he has lost all these probes at his base. These Stalkers here are killing this Banshee. He needs to run it away. In fact, the gateways could prevent him from chasing that. I think it does, actually. That is unfortunate for him. He would want to kill that Banshee. Let's see how many kills that Banshee got. It got 9 probe kills. That is quite high. Checking the income tab real quickly. He is now behind, and we see a push here. He's trying to push out of his main. Don't be illusioned, there's 5 SCVs in here. It makes it smaller than it is, but basically kills everything there. Obviously, 4-gate does produce a lot of units, but he did stop producing to expand. His opponent didn't, so obviously he's going to have a lot of units. Bunker's killed, he realizes he doesn't need them, and he needs to expand, otherwise he's going to fall far behind. This Banshee caught him up, but didn't get him ahead yet. He can just build back drones, and he is looking golden. But this command center is going down. It was already built, so not that far behind, to be honest with you. Down here, starting to get up Templar Archives. That is awesome. Templar Archives obviously gives you Storm, which deals quite well with Bio, but this push here is very strong. Look at this. He's even got SCVs in there for some reason. I mean, I guess you can repair the Banshee. I guess you can build bunkers. I don't know if you need 5 or no. But here comes a push now. What kind of upgrades has he got? He has Stim, doesn't have combat shields, and he has concussive shells. So here comes counter, kills the Banshee. That's quite big. Forces him to Stim. Shields up, quite good shields actually, pins a lot of his opponent's army back there, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He has quite a lot of bio army here, has no high Templar to deal with it. He is basically just hiding away, waiting for his warp gates to get off cooldown so he can warp in fresh batches of units. Obviously he can reinforce his army, but his opponent can't. He has stimmed quite a lot. His opponent's army is quite low on health. Look at how many are on red, but they're not dead. They can do 100% damage when they aren't dead, or when they're on red, so this actually is going to probably take out this Templar Archives, which is what he really needs to counter this push. And he's going to probably take out this entire expansion unless he gets some fresh warping units here. Probes coming down here trying to help out. In fact, if he loses all these probes, it's probably going to be game and tournament. And dtay GG's. Deth takes the tournament in game 4, 3-1 over dtay. Well played to Deth. Definitely deserves it, playing quite well in those games. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully in 2 weeks' time, you'll also come along to this tournament because it is freaking awesome. So thanks for watching, guys, and yep. hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks.